Yo, what's up, guys? We back, and today we got something different. Something different. It's not music. This is my first video where it's not music related. So a friend I spoke to a friend last night at work, and he had told me that I was talking him up about my YouTube and stuff. I got him as a sub, and he was telling me like he watches YouTube all the time, and he was telling me how what's popular normal stuff like ghost stuff, reacting to that stuff is like why not, I'm gonna try it. So here we are now, and we about to react to four horrifying true paranormal stories, and we're gonna see what we're gonna see what's going on. I never reacted to any stuff before. I've never even like went on YouTube and like searched for this type of stuff, so this is all new to me.
Instead of a singular story from this one person, they described all the other to their most recent experience, which gives us a timeline and a lot more background information. Experience I've ever had. I don't remember this, but my mom told me about it when I was in my late teens. My mother and I were staying at my aunt's house during the summer, and I was around her. She was trying to sleep, but I was wide awake to hop out of bed and play with some toys. She was woken by the sound of a toy electric piano I was playing me to stop making so much noise. I continued playing, and she eventually snatched the keyboard from me to remove the batteries, so that very quietly keep myself entered. The toy already didn't have any batteries in it, and she became a little freaked out when she tried to play the piano.
Oh no, the toy that had batteries in it? Nah, what? Yo.
Have any batteries in it, and she became a little freaked out. When she tried to play the piano, it wouldn't work no matter what she did. She then handed me the piano and I began to play it. Being raised Catholic and being serious toy, and ran into my aunt's living room. Waking everyone up with her scream, they all rushed into the living room and asked my mom what was wrong. She then explained to them that the power I play with it works perfectly. My aunt tested the theory by trying to play the piano. Nothing. She then handed me the piano and I started to play it. Everyone in the room was apparently extremely freaked out. My uncle with a hammer, and well, that was the end of that one. Skipping ahead to the year I was in 4th grade, we moved.
I mean, yo, come on, like, y'all really buying this shit? I don't even know. Like, you're telling me, like, you're really gonna tell me that a batteryless toy, a toy that takes batteries, but when he passed it to the rest of his family and they try to use it, it wasn't working? Nah, that shit sounds like rigged. There's no proof to any of this. He's just telling us a story. So, I mean, like, we're not seeing anything. He's literally just telling us it. I mean, they got 1.5.
Moved from Kentucky to a nice small town, and this is a town near where I was originally. The piano story took place. We moved to a much older house than the previous one we lived in. I decided to meet our.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. This picture right here is crazy though. That's just like that's like a toddler with like a face deformed and like the mouth wide open, and the back, that shit look wild. I'm assuming that's a couch, and then like there's just a black like blob. It kind of looked like a hallway, or like a window, like, oh my, like a window, and then like it's like casting light. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too deep into this picture. That's crazy though.
Our neighbors. The young girl that lived next door explained to me that every person that's lived in the house she lived in has either committed suicide or been murdered. As a young, impressionable kid, I was definitely. My stepfather asked me to please get his tools from the basement so he could do some washer and dryer in it, a small room beside it with a bed and TV in it used as a guest room, and in the corner of the guest room was a small boarded up small closet/room. Some of the boards were falling off the doorway into the completely pitch black corner room. I got the worst feeling being around that and wiggle on the wall, and I could see somewhat of a black mist coming out of that small room's doorway. I refused to go downstairs after the. A few months later, I stayed up a bit late playing video games. I had a weird dream about my parents fighting and my mom getting hit by a car. I woke up right when the car hit my mom in my dream. I woke up, but not in a panic state, which usually happens when you have a nightmare. For some crazy reason, my head turned itself to the left room's doorway. A golden man who seemed to be from the early pioneer times slowly began to walk past my bedroom doorway. I stared at him, eyes wide, thinking to myself, why aren't you scared? For some reason, I felt such at peace while staring at this man walking past my room. Just some kind of protective spirit? I don't know. He locked eyes with me and stopped right in the middle of my doorway, gave me a quick smile and waved his hand with kind of like a cowboy. He then turned and walked past my door until he was gone. I don't know what freaked me out more, the fact that I saw a ghost or the fact that I wasn't scared of him when I saw him. About 6 years later, we moved to an old farmhouse back in Kentucky right by Illinois and had a creep factor to it. There was a big creek behind the backyard, and next door was a very nice old man named Frank. I would start noticing what felt like
breathing on his neck and faint whispers. Wow.
Sometimes I would in the attic. One day,
he is like very vivid and like descriptive with it though. Like he's definitely painting a picture. Like I'm definitely like
told me that the last couple that lived there, they just all of a sudden moved out, leaving a lot of their stuff behind. I ran for tons of old Native American arrowheads and medicine tools in the creek behind my house. He's found a lot of this stuff over the years and a very long time ago. Or I noticed what I can only describe as a black cloud. I told her what
was he like? What was he like, 11?
And told me that she didn't believe me and I should quit trying to get attention. She used to even look for where and when shit starts to get crazy. We moved to a rough neighborhood. I lived in a circle of houses on a dead end street. Settling into the new place, I invited a friend over to stay the night and play some Halo 3 with me on my Xbox. When he got here, he tile floor. No one was home but us, so maybe it's a mouse or something, and continued playing. About 5 minutes.
Background. Wow.
I know I'm not crazy. We both heard and saw what happened. Who lived 2 houses down. His name was Clay and his Lewis. He was sort of freaked out when I told
a house like that? No.
Out of the car, they could see dark